I've got two names. Jason Statham. Jason Statham, Jason Statham, Jason Statham.
Jason
Statham, Jason Statham, Jason Statham.
Jason
Statham,
Statham,
Jason Statham, Jason Statham. Jason Statham, Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Jason Statham.
Worship Satan.
Jason Statham. He's a cool guy.
He's an alright guy.
You know what? He'll transport you.
He will.
He will Statham your Jason, and he will.
Careful, because he'll snatch up your wife.
He will. He'll crank 1, 2, and 3. Is there a 3?
I have no idea.
I know Chester Bennington's in one of them, or maybe he's in both 2, 3. I don't know. But old Chester, old
Chester McGee.
Old Mike Shinoda's not in it, but George Chesty. You know what Mike Shinoda did do? He did the music for Raid.
Did he?
Yes.
I need to watch it even
so
more
we were
now.
watching Raid, and then we were like...
Everyone suggested that
we
film
were like,
to me so many times.
mates, this music in here sounds just like... You know, it's hard to, compare it, but all three, me, my bro, and my dad, were like, look...
me, my bro, and my dad.
That sounds just a tad Linkin Parky.
Yeah, and or as my sister likes to call them, Linky Park.
Or like how I like to call them, Lincoln's Park.
Lincoln's be Parkle.
Lincoln's be...
Parkle be boy.
What I like to call them is my dad. And we were like,
and one of my favourite bands, Linkin Park, is a band I've seen twice now. The first time I saw my dad was good.
And so we looked, and then we're like, oh, in the credits, there's Mike Shinoda's name. He did the soundtrack, and he blagged his way into it because a guy was like, "You've done music for films before," and he was like, "Yeah." He hadn't.
Hermione, you're a girl.
What I think he thought he meant I think the guy meant was that Linkin Park did songs like for Transformers, but that's not quite doing the soundtrack. That's just doing a song. And
that's like, movie's over. I could sit here if I want and listen to this, or I could walk out and
which is what
go
we
for a
did
piss.
do. Shake my hand, boy. Every time Ryan burps now, it's a handshake. Just realise that, anybody who's listening, that when Ryan burps, we probably just shook in our hands.
It's funny because on the last one, it probably just sounded like
you were burping.
I was just burping,
but now they know. Every time they hear you burp, we've probably just shook in our Andes. But basically, and then he was
does anyone
like,
know where the Andes are? Up here by your armies.
Welcome back to the
podcast where two people talk at the same time.
What I think. That's too loud. That is. You're gonna have to stop that.
Well, as soon as I did it, I was like, okay, that is too loud, but he won't say anything. And I did one tap, and you were on my case already, like a fucking hawk.
Look, mate. So basically, what I think he meant was,
I thought you were about to
don't you dare.
Be my guest.
Right, have you been drinking some coffee? So what I think he thought he meant was...
What I think he thought he does, he says he does.
Don't you dare. He was talking about the Transformers thing, but like he hadn't actually done, like an actual soundtrack, so he sort of blagged his way into it, and he did it, and it was really good and all that. But welcome back to the Cloverfields podcast. How you doing, everybody?
At the end of all of that, you should have just said podcast. As if that conversation was the title.
That entire thing was the title. You know what? Maybe it was. Maybe it still is. But what I'm trying to say is that you got your hosts. It's Billy Parmiter. It's Ryan James Carter.
Neil Boy.
Except Ryan James Carter. Oh, you're not allowed on the podcast anymore.
I know, because I'm
You're too happy and you make too much noise.
That's the main problem.
You've been...
Sorry, guys,
You've been banging on this. You've been stomping your feet. Every time a foot movement happens, it makes this weird noise, or I've had enough of it.
Anything that has a pulse, I'm banging it.
I was a little stumped there. I was just like, nobody else saw. I went to say something. My head just moved, and then nothing came out.
We damaged the microphone with coffee.
You nearly just did a spit take, didn't you? You're a little boy.
I mean, we don't. This isn't X-rated. We don't want to have to sign into YouTube to listen or watch this, do we?
Oh no! I just realised something. So we opened the window before we started.
Yeah. What?
And my neighbours were outside. I just had a look. They've gone inside. And it's totally our
I love
fault,
how like
bet ya.
today's rendition of our intro song was like a little bit more upbeat and screamo compared to anything else we've ever done before.
A little bit louder, a little bit feisty. It was feisty, you know.
Guys and girls, welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to the Cloverfields podcast.
Yeah.
It's your hosts.
Yeah. Mike outside and Steve Zaragoza.
Have we done our sponsored spot yet?
No, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
We'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Brought to you today by Pepsi.
As Charlie would
who
like
the fuck
to
would want...
be,
no.
he would like it to be. Charlie's be boy.
He's a bit of an
as I
idiot,
call
isn't he?
him.
He's only in the other room. Probably could hear that.
Yeah, well, no,
Get him in on the
he can't
podcast.
fucking ever hear anything.
Well, that's all right then.
I
Get him
will
in on the
stand
podcast.
outside.
Yeah.
You know, the office door. It's not like a normal door. It's got. It's not a normal door. It's got it's a folding door, but you can't really close it properly. So there's like slits in it. So you could hear anything through the door because it's not even a door. There's like there's a hole right there. There's a gap. There's a gap or whatever. But I'll stand on the other side of that door shouting to him and he can't fucking hear me. He's in his own little world. He does have a little bit of an earrings problem, but that's still, it's not on. I think he's taking the piss.
In the middle of what you were saying then, I zoned out because I heard you say slit in the door and I had that amazing idea of a spin-off band. Forget not slit.
Yeah.
Clit not.
Clit snot. No, that's gross.
That's just fucking awful.
That's just
I
disgusting.
don't want that idea anymore.
You
You've
know
tainted
what?
it.
It's out. Throw it out the window.
Clit snot.
Clit snot.
Is that like... No.
Let's not go there,
I was
we?
like, let's...
We've already upset my neighbours.
Bless them. They're having their afternoon cup
Yeah.
of tea, reading the newspaper.
And then two boys start singing about Jason Statham.
When worshipping Satan.
Deary McDoo.
I won't lie, I started saying Satan instead of Statham because apparently I wasn't clever enough to remember how his name was said.
Look,
I am.
I was going to say something, I just thought, you know what?
I mean, that's the right thing to do on a podcast.
It's just not. It's just go to say something to go, oh, you know what? I won't.
Did we get any comments on the... Oh, sorry, comments on the on the last
Was there any
podcast?
commentary on... well, you know what? Let's have a look. To see, did we get any comments on the new... You're welcome, everyone. That was Ryan James Carter. He was posted
Hang on,
a
did
link
we...
to a video.
That, to even sitting in front of you right now, that sounded like you'd edited the podcast.
Like,
You were talking about something, and I was like, hang on, did I pass out, or what the fuck happened?
I skipped a bit there. Sorry.
Question, did we get any comments? Because it sounded like, yeah, did we get... From Tiffany Torres, right? Like,
We got a comment from Ryan Carter, and he says, "You're
Oh,
welcome,
right, yeah.
everyone," and he posted a link to a video that
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain because you know what? If you want to know about it, go have a little look, and you'll see his comment right there, and you can see the video that he posted. And then we have one from Hello Kitty Obsessed 67. Ryan, I know. Ryan like that one. Oh, Ryan's a happy boy. Ryan, I know I pick on you, but I'm actually glad you're happy. But you know this means you can't be on the podcast now. You're too happy for it. He's gone. It's alright, guys, he's gone. We also have a comment also from Hello Kitty Obsessed 48. Okay, Ryan's laugh at 25 minutes and 40 seconds is my favourite thing ever. She said your laugh was her favourite thing ever.
I try to recruit someone a little bit more sad than me.
Yeah.
But he's actually
He
too
won't
sad
have it.
that he won't.
You weren't having it.
No,
No,
I was literally
Alright.
just... I need an excuse to get
Well,
up.
as I said, we have another comment from Hello Kitty 84. Why is that so funny to you?
I'm trying this new thing because I appreciate that when Steve and Mike
Yeah.
do a joke and don't laugh afterwards, it's 50 times funnier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just not laugh at the simplest of things, and it's proving challenging.
So, anyway, as I was saying, we have another comment from Hello Kitty Obsessed 31. It says, okay, Ryan's laugh at 25 minutes and 40 seconds is my favourite thing ever. XD face. MCR. Billy, you need a good night's sleep. I support whatever you decide to do. Do you not like Cleo? I love her. Lol, even.
What's the MCR bit about? What did
Because
we talk about
we
last
started
week?
singing MCR. We started singing I'm Not Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
Not Okay.
Do you know what annoyed me about that comment, though?
Yeah.
Is that she was like, Billy, I support you in whatever you do. And I was like, yeah, but mate, 5 minutes after that, he asked me if I did a shit and whatever. You got all serious, didn't you? And then
Yeah,
you were
it's
like...
alright, isn't it? But as she says, do you... she says, do you not like Cleo? And all I'm going to say is...
Did you hear what he said last week,
Right,
love?
Look, let me just give you my little thoughts and opinions.
He
on-
says little,
on
but
Cleo.
we'll be here for the
Look,
remainder of the
look.
podcast.
Fuck Cleo, alright? Fuck Cleo. Fuck Cleo. Fuck Cleo. We need to get Daniel
I was
Parks
just about to say, we need him on the podcast.
just so we can
Oh, he'd
just
be
sit
good
here
though,
and be
wouldn't
like,
he?
fuck Cleo. And then you would just sit there like, I've never watched that show, I don't know what the fuck.
Oh,
you're
so
on
we're
about."
getting some insight. Apparently it's from a show.
Well, everybody else seems to have seen it. Tiffany Torres writes,
What doesn't she write?
oh, Ryan, I'm so happy for you.
Blech.
Love you guys. And she put a little happy smiley face, some love hearts. Nobody listening could just see the face I pulled at Ryan then, so that was just for
It
him.
was a look of disgust because any time the word Tiffany Torres rolls off the
writes,
tongue, we
oh,
are
you know, Tiffany Torres
violently
met
ill.
Cole Sprouse.
I know, I
Yeah,
saw him,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, that
He's a
would be cool. He's an
baby
handsome
boy now,
man.
isn't it?
I'd fuck him. So, Tiffany Torres writes...
I mean, don't jump the gun.
Tiffany Torres writes...
Tiffany Torres writes.
Tiffany Torres writes, this has been established. I'm so fucking done as fuck. Tiffany Torres writes, Billy, you kill me, laughing my arse off. How's she got any arse left? I don't understand it. And Ryan, I fucking hate you, mate. I
This
say
has been
I'm
established.
from England when I'm bored. So she says a few minutes ago, oh, Ryan, I'm so happy for you, love you guys. And then she says, and Ryan, I fucking hate you, mate. Yeah.
Do you know what I want to know?
Yeah.
Is how many trees would be saved if she just put all of that into one comment?
None at all. Not a single tree would be saved.
Okay.
Because it's not paper. It's
You don't need to go into detail.
look, Ryan, if I have to explain your joke, it wasn't funny.
You fucking cunt.
I'm such a rudesman. I'm sorry I'm a rudesman. But
Welcome back to the
Tiffany Torres writes, sometimes I think, what if you guys aren't really British and fake your accents? Laughing my arse off. Once again, where's all this arse coming from?
Guys, it's actually quite funny because we're from California.
So, everybody knows that California is off the coast of Mexico.
Mexico, southern border of the wall.
So-
you get the snow that's been built by the White Walkers, and you get a little bit of
And
blueberry.
when they go over the wall,
Yeah.
they step into a little place. It's not that big. It's actually very small.
Hence
it's a
the
little
word
place
little.
called Australia.
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 And there's a few things you need to learn about Australia, and that is that California is situated just right in the middle.
Just about
Just right in the middle of the United Kingdom. It's a whole kingdom full of Mexicans and
just Mexicans, really.
just Japanese people.
Let's see what other races
This
we
has
can
been
throw in there.
your geography lesson for today, and we don't actually live in the UK. Is what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is what's
Fuck
that?
Cleo, mate.
All I'm trying to say is fuck Cleo, and
What's that
and
gonna
the
do?
cake is a lie.
You
What?
don't get to say that. You haven't played Portal.
Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, I haven't.
I know.
I've played Portal 2. That's what I've played. I haven't played Portal 1. I played Portal 2, but Ryan's broken it.
What is that to break? What is this
Ryan's
stupid fucking
Ryan's
thing?
picked up this thing off the floor. It's a phone case. It's one of Charlie Boy's phone cases, and Ryan's just gone and broken it. It's like a little logo thing that was on it, and well, it's broken now. Oh, that was not. Let me just clarify. That was not a handshake because it was only Billy who burped. There was no handshake there. If you wanted to visualise a handshake there, you would be wrong. So
How do you like your coffee?
it's actually quite delicious.
No, like I'm asking you how. Rattle that one more time. All right, thank you. How do you like your coffee?
Really, it all depends what I'm in the mood for because sometimes I like
I'm already
a little.
bored. I was expecting you to just give me an answer.
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine fertilized.
How do you like your coffee? Well, it depends on what mood I'm in because sometimes I'll have a bit more milkies in it because Ryan's face. I have a bit more milkies in it.
No, not that.
No, not quite. I have a bit more milkies in it because I'm like, I want to drink this fast and I don't have time for it to cool down, so I need more milkies to cool it down. But like, I'll usually have about 2 sugars, maybe if I'm feeling a bit, then I'll have 3 in it. Jeremy,
Get out.
Get out of it, Jeremy!
Try and find a boat.
Have you found a boat? There's got to be a boat around here somewhere. Try and find a boat.
That's too loud.
You've got to get a boat. But Jeremy, sadly,
Can you rub my foot?
is an horse, and I fucking hate horses. I'm not rubbing your footsie. Ryan's got his feet on again, as we have explained. He gets these little feet and he puts them on.
Can you rub my feet?
No, I'm not going to do it. As I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm a boy. I'm a little baby. I'm a newborn baby boy.
That's the
But
spot.
basically, we went out the other night, didn't we?
Oh, we did. I completely fucking forgot about this.
Basically,
I didn't even think about talking about this. We went out.
We were going to the pub, is where we were going. That's out. We were going out. We were just going out for a little bit. We were going out for a drink or two.
Out, by the way, means out and about. Brought to you by Stranson's Out and About
We were
Chicks.
outside.
For a little bit.
We were outside, so we went to the pub, and then
Went to the pub?
That was the plan.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
It's happened. It's part of history.
Oh yeah, sorry, mate.
You apologise to me. Carry on with your story before anyone else runs away.
So,
Jeremy's had a fit.
sadly,
He couldn't even get a-
Jeremy is an horse. I wish he wasn't. I hate horses.
We went out to the pub.
We went out, we were going to the pub, and that was the plan. And then we ended up going out, and we went out to the club.
Like, it's one thing
And
going out.
that's not a thing that I do.
It's
not a
one
thing we
It's
do.
one thing to go out.
Yeah,
It's another thing to go out.
yeah,
And,
exactly.
and that's what we did.
And this has been established.
So we could have said that we went out.
We did, because there was 3 outs. Because we went out, and then we went out. So that's 3 outs.
Well,
right
there's only
there.
one out to the situation. To the
We were
scenario.
outside.
Yeah. We were outside when we went out first, and then
Yeah.
we were outside after we went outside first to go out.
Yeah,
And
and,
then
then
we
we
were
were inside, but we were out.
Yeah.
But then we came out
Are
again,
we still
and I
talking
had a
about?
kebab.
Are we still talking about Friday or when we had? Oh, were you talking in out, shake it all about? No, we're talking about going out.
Hokey cokey, and you
Pull it out,
and
shake it all about.
I'm completely lost in my own head. I feel like I'm in a box.
Basically, guys-
you've just made me feel really claustrophobic.
Not the first time you said that to me.
Yes. Well, I need a fart, but I can feel it's not going to
It's got
happen.
absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking.
Oh no, there it is.
You wonder why you have a hole in your pants.
Well, it's yeah, but basically,
Yes, Ryan, I do wonder.
we don't go out. That's not
No.
what we do. We're 2 boys that
We don't go out. We're 2 boys.
we don't go out.
Fucking hell. It's ridiculous.
And so we did, because we just happened to. It ended up happening. I went to the club, and it was actually a good time.
It was, because you were pissed off
I
on
was
nut.
so fucking pissed. I was so... Because before we went out,
Oh my god.
we went to Christina's, and we had a few drinks there. Then we went out. Whilst we were out, we had a few drinks there. Then we went back to Christina's for a minute.
Oh, I'm stressed out.
We had a few drinks there. Then we went out, and then I think I bought myself 2 drinks. And then guess what? I bumped into my busy mates, my son, my baby boy,
In case you didn't know, her son is...
someone you've given birth to. So my friends were in the club. I didn't know they were there, but we went there, and then I bumped into them, and so they started buying me drinks, and I let them because that's the kind of friend I am.
Look, you're a really good mate. So buy me a drink.
I'm really good at telling stories as well, apparently.
Oh yeah.
So we went to the club, and then it was, you know, it was alright because I was just so drunk that I was just having a good time, and I was Snapchatting away, just taking the piss because I kept saying like, I kept putting like what the title of the song playing was, and I was like, "Raining Blood" by Slayer,
When
and
really it
was Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus or Justin
or
Bieber.
something like that, yeah. And then
well, Busted did come on though.
and then Busted came on. Then I was having a right.
Everyone's
outside.
pants were down.
Yeah. Everyone was getting their bottoms smacks and smack his bottom.
Smack his bottom.
And then I bumped into my friends Jack, Pat, and Billy Boy, another Billy we know.
Jack, Pat, and Smack.
And that was great as well. And then I got a kebab, and really that was my highlight because that kebab was decent. It was so good. And I sat with the other Billy Boy, and we're both eating kebabs, and it was lovely.
And now take a breather.
And then I
Just
almost
breathe in.
lost my phone in the Uber because I fell asleep in it.
Breathe in. And out. Right, and there we go. And Billy's part of the podcast is over today, guys. I'm going to take on over for this bit here.
Ryan's people would take it away.
I was also at this same place.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, this is the part where Ryan goes, I was also at the same place. And none of what Billy said happened. It was all a lie.
All up.
I made it all up. No, I didn't.
No, I worked out. Well, we worked out.
Yeah.
Basically, I was sort of drinking. I was on the JD.
Yeah.
That stands for Jack David
Jonathan-
Hill. Jack Daniels all night, and I was having like quite a bit. We drank a little bit before we came out, and then we had food at the pub, and then obviously throughout the night I had accumulated quite a bit. But I think I must have had like close to 7 or 8 double Jack Daniels and Cokes over the night.
Yeah.
And at parts of it, I was like, I think I'm sobering up. I am sobering up.
Yeah.
I wasn't sobered up.
No, you wasn't.
You know when you like,
What-
I don't feel as drunk as I was earlier.
So basically, the first time I ever went clubbing, I wasn't drunk. I'd had some drinks, but I didn't get drunk, so I just didn't enjoy it because it's not my thing, and I wasn't drunk enough to not care, and I was still a bit too awkward and everything. This time round, I'd had quite a bit before, so by the time we got in there, I was already drunk. But the first 10 minutes in, I was like, yeah, this is fine. And then I was like, I just felt myself drop, and I was like, I feel awkward now. I'm sobering up. Let's go buy a drink. Bought a drink, and then I went nuts again.
It was a good laugh.
There's one of my Snapchats. I noticed that. So,
Did you save any of them, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Some
Okay.
of them. Some of them I then also just got rid of because I was just like, no, get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm an idiot. Get rid of that. I'm dumb. I saved the ones that I was like, actually, I quite like that one. That's funny, or whatever. But Jack bought me and Charlie a drink each. But I didn't know where Charlie was, so I had both of them in my hands. And usually you think, I'm going to hold this until I find Charlie and give it to him. But in my drunk state, I was like, put these both down on a little thing that was there. They both got straws in them. I just started drinking them both at the same time and Snapchatted it.
Well.
And yeah, and that's literally what the Snapchat said was
caption
well.
was well.
And it was like, at the time, thinking nothing of it, right? The next morning when I see the Snapchat, I'm like, before this point in the night, I'd had so much to drink, and here I am thinking, you know what, I'm going to have 2 double Jack Daniels and Cokes at the same time.
You had a quad double Jack Daniels and Coke.
a quadruple.
A quad Coke and JD and Coke.
So, don't drink, kids, is all I'm going to say.
Or do and have a good time.
But, like, don't be an idiot about it.
Yeah. But we're going back to the exact same place we were at the other night.
We are.
To go see Of Mice and Men.
We're going to go see Of Mice and Men.
Like I said yesterday, I spoke to my mum yesterday.
Mumsy.
And, no, we don't say that anymore.
Oh,
Not after the incident.
Oh, okay.
Really, mate, that was like...
So it's like how we don't say 90s... I don't know
You mean
what I was
69.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I said to Mother, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going back to the same place because we're going to see Of Mice and Men. And she was like, oh, is that the play?
Is that the play?
You're going to see Of Mice and Men? little play. And I was like, no, they're a band.
No.
They're a hardcore band. You love them.
Imagine seeing a play in a club. You go to a club to see a play.
Shakespeare at the Hippodrome.
Yeah. But no,
yeah,
we go see this
I'm
band
looking forward
called
to it, because I haven't seen them, and I've obviously recently got into them.
You have seen them.
Well, not at their own shows, what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
I have seen them.
And you didn't listen to them at all.
I didn't know it
when you
before,
saw
and
them
like, yeah,
before.
now that I've got into them, I'm like,
Because we saw
pumped.
Linkin's Park, and they supported
Linkin Park,
Linkin's Park.
Yeah.
And Ryan's B-Boy saw them there, but he didn't listen to them.
Uh,
Now he's gotten really into
For all
them.
you listening at home, just in case you're wondering, we'll link the park in the description below.
Yeah. And also, I saw them the other night, because basically...
Also, I saw
I saw them the other night. I get to see them twice.
I've got twice as many skateboards as Ryan.
I have twice as much skateboard, but it doesn't matter because I can't find them. But I did find them. Update, guys. I found the skateboards.
Do you know what ADD stands for?
Well,
What was your story?
so what happened was that they were playing Slam Dunk Festival over this weekend.
That's a
And
basketball.
They haven't played basketball in a while. No, they haven't played in like 9 months because the main vocalist Austin has had like a bunch of surgeries and shit, so they haven't been able to play in ages. So they do the Slam Dunk Festival. So it's like three different days that they're playing over the. They
haven't played it in the Moon's Age.
They haven't played it in 9 months. And so they were like, we're going to do 2 intimate shows.
Well, that's the thing. After having a
in the
cesarean,
UK.
after 9 months, it's like you gotta.
Yeah,
You've
got
to take it easy.
You've got to get right back up on that horse.
But not Jeremy, because he will.
Not Jeremy. Jeremy would kick you off
He'll
because
buck you off.
he's too busy building his stable.
He'll butt you on. If
He's
you're
not
lucky,
done
he'll
it
fuck
yet.
you off too.
You know, I think we said he was done. He's not. He's not done. I don't think he's ever going to be done because he keeps breaking it because he's nuts. He has to keep rebuilding it. But basically,
It's just not good.
he it's weird because Slam Dunk Festival is a festival that's not in one place. It's kind of like Warped Tour, so it's like the UK's version of Warped
Yeah.
Tour. UK has its own Warped Tour, but it's weird and it's different and it's in one space, so it's not a tour whatsoever.
That's the thing. When you go to a festival and like you're standing in front of the stage and then the stage just starts moving,
Yeah.
it doesn't stay in one place at the same
That's
time.
not right.
The
is
whole
it?
crowd just to follow it and is like mosh pit. Oh, guys, let's coordinate the mosh
let's
pit
go
over
that
here.
way and this way.
So that's what
Yeah.
happens when you get a moving tour like that. And it just
Yeah.
doesn't just stay in one place.
Yeah. Oh, here's Aeroplane Boy. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's Aeroplane Boy.
It's the new superhero. It's just a boy dressed as an aeroplane, just flying around in the sky, going.
Just if anything bad's gonna happen to an airplane, like or anything at all, he's there, and that's his thing. He just saves airplane. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lady Gotham. Happy birthday to you. Cheers. Thanks. Bye. So Slam Dunk is like the UK's version of Warped Tour, where basically, because it's not as big, because the UK's not as big. Well, and so they do a show in the north, they do a show in the Midlands, and they do a show in the south. In the south.
And that's spelled SUTH.
In
the south.
It's in the south. And then
South.
ooh, it's in the south. And so, but of my men were like, I'm going to do 2 intimate shows, but you think that maybe they'll do one in the north and one in the south? But they're like, nah, we're doing it in the south because because the north still stands for nothing.
Well, you know
but
why
the
though?
streets don't feel the same.
First, second. We'll do this one first.
None of that now, y'all.
One hop this time. Reverse. Chinese right now.
Let's go to town. And so
Last time we're getting chunky.
I saw them, as I was saying before, at the start of this long-winded, there's nothing to it story.
You don't even have to explain why it's long-winded.
I saw them and they were good. That's it.
Wow!
That's it.
In a nutshell, I saw them and they were good.
And I'm seeing them again and they're also going to be
To be
good.
fair, if it didn't go the way it just did, this podcast would be 15 minutes shorter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. How far are we? My
You're right.
voice keeps cracking.
Alpha.
Alfalfa from the Little Rascals. Oh, here she is. Here she is. We've got our guest back. It's Charlie Boy. Charlie's
He
just
couldn't
come
resist.
in.
He's
Oh,
coming
he's
to come and have
coming.
a
He's
sit
coming
down.
in. Oh, he's coming.
Come
He's
on.
gonna sit down.
That's right, I'll make some
Sit
room
down.
for you, mate.
sit down
Come
for a
on,
minute.
I'll make some room
If
for you.
you leave without sitting down
Charlie,
for a
I've got
minute,
a quick challenge
I will
for you.
kill
No,
I
I
will
need-
a little
slit
game
your
called rock,
throat.
paper,
I
scissors.
will absolutely. Don't you dare! Don't you walk
I
out.
have to
Sit
sit-
down for 1
I
minute.
have- no, I
sit
have
down
an
for 1
exam.
minute.
I'm revolving.
Okay, oh, well, that's alright
well,
then. Sit down for a bit more, little bit less.
Just 1 minute.
than
Just sit
the
down.
rest.
No.
Just literally put your bottom on the bed. Come here. Put your bottom on the bed, and then you can leave.
Charlie,
Then
you
you can
can-
leave. Come on.
You
come
can
on,
go and
come on,
revise, but
come
just
on,
put your bottom on the bed.
Come on. 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 He's gone. He's gone. He's fucking.
Thank fuck for
I
that,
mean,
eh?
Well, the joke's on him because now I'm going to slit his throat. So it's fine. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. It's all hip hop happening. It's
Well,
a
it's not,
doozy.
because if it was, his bottom would be on there right now.
Well, Jeremy.
Yes, and?
Who?
Yes, and? Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks, man. You know.
I'm sick of myself right now.
Yeah.
I know I said I was happy at the end of the last podcast,
Yeah.
and we were going back over how happy I was at the
Yeah.
first one, right?
Yeah.
The only reason I am sad, and this is the reason I am on the podcast, is because I'm responsible for 75% of the inside jokes that no one's going to get.
Yeah.
And 15% of today's podcast has been me putting funny faces and whispering, and you
That
reacting.
nobody can hear. So
No.
all anyone's hearing is just me laughing at you doing
I'm a
something.
professional griefer, that's what I am.
This is why we need to get these into video. But,
I do.
But like, it's just how do we do it? Because nothing's.
Well, I think
No-
they've got these things. Don't quote me on this. Take it with a
Mate.
pinch of salt.
Are you ready to get slapped? If you're ready to get slapped, then carry on.
I think they've got these things called cameras that you can press record on and just upload to the places on the internet. I'm done. I've got one more left in me. And you can upload the videos with the audio to you. Yeah, that's it.
Ryan.
Watch me
You
have a
know I
starfish on
own
my face.
about 6 cameras. if you thought I hadn't have thought of that one yet, you'd think wrong. But how many minutes long is
does
this
it take?
podcast?
Ben has 2 twiddle sweets. How many does he have left if he takes away 2 twiddle sweets?
Well, how many minutes is this podcast? Does this podcast tend to go on for? Give me
Usually
that.
about 1 hour's minutes worth.
Yeah. So, how many minutes do any of our cameras that we own let us record for at a time?
4.5 minutes tops.
A
No,
little
about
bit
12
more than
minutes.
that. About 12 minutes, yeah.
Fucking shite.
So, you know what? Next time, stick it up your Jappy Jew, alright?
That wasn't a race thing. You talking about Jap size.
Yeah. There we go, Ryan again, just whispering something and putting
alright.
faces out of nowhere.
Do you know what's funny about this podcast is
Yeah.
that Billy actually killed me after we filmed the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
But he put a gun to my head and he made me record a soundboard. So that
this is just me pressing buttons.
Billy's
every
pushing
5
buttons,
seconds.
yeah, and it's just very conveniently overlaps and
It's
fits
because
in.
I'm a smartsman. I'm an absolute genius. Don't laugh when I'm going to sip my coffee.
Don't make me laugh when you're gonna
Don't
sit.
you dare! It's already done. It's part of history. Oh, I just killed you with your own thing, you piece of... Look, Ryan, I've got a question to ask you. I've got a question. What's your onion
On,
on...
mate, we try to do a
Mate,
fucking
excuse me, trying to
podcast.
do a podcast?
Neighbours are back.
No,
They're
we're
climbing up the wall with like one of those siege ladders that you'd find in castles. I'm like, get the fuck off.
They've got one of the hooky things.
Right, go on.
Is Charlie going to have a shower?
Yeah, he
Just
is.
heard him. Look,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him.
No, you're gonna ask me this question.
Oh, no.
Oh, you wanna ask me
have
for my
one
onion?
prepared.
Right, ask me for my onion on something.
So what's your onion on the word... what's your onion on opinions?
On what?
What's your onion on opinions?
What does opinions mean?
So what is your onion on opinions?
I don't know what you mean.
So when you go to Subway, do you
Yeah.
get opinions on your sandwich?
Yeah, I get red opinions.
Yeah. That's what I get. So
Yeah,
what's
I
your
get-
onion
I
on
get-
opinions? They ate. That's it, they ate.
Fam.
My mum says you are what you eat. So if you eat runner beans, you become a runner. Aye up. And if you eat French fries, you become French. Aye up. Then what's this? A great big cock. Well, I like that one.
Oh my god.
My mum says you are what you eat.
Can Timothy come round tonight? Is he the one that looks like his dad's penis?
What the fuck is that? Oh no, Ron's just thrown his phone on his bed, on Charlie's bed.
Damn!
Yeah, you know.
What'd you say about me and my team?
Come at me and my team.
This is just an hour's worth of us
Just,
making noises.
yeah,
And that's not even the sexy podcast.
yeah.
That goes up on Fridays on another website.
It's not in a whole different platform. That one's not even on the internet.
Yeah, for some reason Billy likes to sniff his coffee.
Oh, that sounded grim.
This is we are getting worse with these. The first couple of podcasts were shit because we didn't know what we were doing.
And then we started getting better, but now we've already talked about everything.
Now it's got to the point. Well, that's the thing. You drone on for about a year's worth, and there's only so much you can.
When you're coming up on a year's worth of we need
When
more
you're coming
guests.
all over a year's worth
That's
of podcasts.
the problem. Is we need more guests. We need to spice up our life with more guests.
Spice up your life.
So that there's more people, like, just throwing in bits here and there. We can, talk about.
Well, why don't we, for a first time, take this with us into the shower and ask
Yeah.
Charlie if he... And he's got no way of getting out of it then.
'cause
Charlie's probably in the bath.
He tends to forget to lock the bathroom door, so
Oh, that's even more tempting.
we could go in there.
Come on, let's bring the
and whilst
microphone
he's in the shower.
and hear him splashing around. Like, get out!
We'll
Get
just
away!
bother him.
Yeah.
We're like that Harry Potter Puppet Pals, or was it the Lego one I watched? I can't remember what one, but they go up to Snape and they start pushing him, and they're like, bother.
Oh,
That's
it's...
what we do to him.
Yeah, it's the Harry Potter.
Yeah, oh good. I am glad it is. Hermione, that's the Lego one that I watched
Hermione,
years
you're a girl. I'm not an owl, Ron. I didn't say you were
I'm not an owl, Ronald. I'm not an owl. Yeah, I didn't say you were an owl.
Brought to
I
you-
asked you to tell Harry something for me.
Brought to you by Owlron, the new gas that keeps your car going.
This podcast is brought to you by.
3 kinds of milk.
We've literally just ripped off.
It's terrible. Terrible.
We're bad boys.
Don't-
All we do is
No,
rip
seriously,
off.
I'm gonna talk now.
I've had enough
I've got
of
stuff to
myself.
say. Yeah, I've had enough of you as well.
Yeah.
I've had enough of you having enough of yourself.
I've had enough of all these S's I add on the end of every word I say that doesn't have an S on it. And then even ones that do have S's on them, I add extra S's.
Anyway, back to me having my bit.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'm talking to the listeners. What are you doing with your life right now? What have you done with your life
To get yourself into this
for the
position,
past 40 minutes?
you've had to list. You really dislike yourself that much.
Old listeners, new listeners, we appreciate you.
But what the fuck is wrong with you?
This...
How have you listened to this? How on earth have you listened this far into this atrocious monstrosity?
Which we called life.
Because we forced you to. Because we whip-weighted you into being obliged to listen.
We don't want to be the gum under your shoe.
Oh, that is annoying.
We don't want to be the chill that haunts the room.
We don't want to be.
We don't want to be the itch that's on my back.
We don't want to be the Statham of your Jason.
Yeah, and we don't want to be cancer. We don't want to be plague. We don't wish to go away.
Are you on the spot in these?
No,
or are
these
you
are
smartsman?
No, I'm being smartsman.
Oh, you been what are you doing? Oh, is he? Ryan just gave birth to a woo for everyone who didn't hear that. He did just give birth to it. That's how many woos have you given birth to now? 2.
I've just had a really good idea.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Really good idea. And that might slow down the process a bit.
Right.
Back on track. The idea is audio podcast.
Yeah.
You and me right now, thumb war.
Yeah. Let's go.
What?
I'm awful at thumb wars.
Yeah, just, look, what trip? 1,
Yeah,
2,
I was doing that, but you fucked it up.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. 5, 6,
7,
7, 8. Bow. Stand up straight.
Stand up straight. And I'm awful at thumb wars. I hate them. I can't do it. I can't. It's so stressful. I hate. I'm like, I don't play enough video games for this. You play more video games.
I know,
than
it's
me.
all in the ejaculation muscles.
Oh, I've almost got him. Oh, I'm gonna get his thumb. Oh, I'm gonna get his thumb. Oh, I'm gonna.
Just imagine what we're doing right now, guys.
I'm gonna get his thumb. I'm getting his. Oh, he's got my thumb. He's got my thumb. He's got my thumb. Oh no!
It's the aim of the game.
He's got my thumb. I say I can't do thumb wars. Everyone's always like, all the time. I get this all the time. People are like, Billy, can we have a thumb war? Don't you dare, Mr. Baby Bale. Play with that coat hanger. Look, give it here. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Don't
Give it to
commit
me.
to the bit.
I'm not snapping it.
Well,
I'm taking it out of your hand. I'm taking it out of your hand. You're letting go of it right now. Right now, little baby boy.
Or what? You gonna commit to the bit?
I will snap it. If
Your loss.
I'm gonna cut myself on this. It's not
What is
snapping,
going
it's just
on?
bending. This is a bendy one. Oh, I won. I got it off him. Now, I'm putting it over here. And you ain't gonna touch it, or you're getting another slap. You're getting another... You're gonna smack your bottom.
I thought it's time for...
What? Once again, Ryan's just doing a face at me that nobody can see.
Smack his bottom. Guys.
Great work.
Guys. What's your favourite film of all time?
I can't choose. But someone asked me this the other day, and I'd say the same thing every time. I don't know. I can't pick. I like all these different films of different types and everything for different reasons. What I can tell you is a list of films I appreciate.
We'll save that for the next podcast. Why did we fall?
To pick ourselves up again.
Nicely done. Last question of the day.
Yeah.
Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, or Leonardo?
Raphael
Who
Angelo.
would win in a sex fight?
Raphael Angelo.
Did you mix Donatello into that?
No, I didn't actually. It's Raphael and Michelangelo. They would both win because they would be the two doing it. Everybody else would just be eating pizza swords. Ryan's doing this thing with his the side of his face, and it's moving. It's like his cheek's moving almost, but it's not quite his cheek. It's his jaw, as he's clenching his jaw, but this side of his face is moving. So I'm glad you all enjoyed that with
We're
me.
going skating.
We're going skating.
Well, we're
again.
going to attempt to. I love how it was a beautiful fucking day earlier.
It was a
and
beautiful day.
But now it looks a bit grey again, doesn't it?
Yeah, well that happened last time. It was a beautiful day, and then it went a bit grey. And
Should we read the comments?
But it was fine. Should we read the comments? Go on, Ryan's big boy's gonna read some comments because I didn't actually read all of them.
I've got notifications on my phone.
Yeah. I don't. Nobody's after me.
Well, no one's after me. I don't
Nobody's
think.
like, oh.
I just went to type in real sad podcast.
Yeah.
And I put in real sodcast.
Well, that's what it is, really, isn't it? Isn't it? I want another kaboob. That was real good.
I mean, don't
It
say
genuinely
boob.
was the highlight. Because that was... oh, my goodness. Well, we didn't shake hands, so now you've confused everyone. Now everybody thinks that we just shook hands. And we
They don't
didn't.
know that.
Yeah, they don't.
We might have shook
Yeah, I know,
hands.
but now you've confused people. Now people 100% think that we just shook hands, and we didn't. And I just can't believe you would do that to the people listening to it. I can't believe you'd confuse them like that, Ryan. How dare you? How absolutely dare... You know what? Nobody's going to listen to this one.
No.
Because, one, if I'm being honest, and two...
Go on. I will say,
week-
first point was very valid.
Last week, we said to people, we had a little laugh, we were doing a bit, and it kills the bit if you then explain it, but I'm going to explain it.
That's what we do, isn't it?
We were
We're
saying,
not very professional.
we were saying that yeah, we're going to be a bit different. We're taking a little break. When we're not, you're not going to hear another podcast until next Wednesday.
No one got it, did they?
So people, I'm sure people did catch on and know that we're being silly. Jeremy didn't get it. And so and then we said that we weren't doing one or whatever, but really we were and all that shit. So some people might think that we're not doing. Well, thank you so much, Tiffany Torres, for that surprise guest appearance. That was very, very nice of you to make such a surprise guest appearance.
I know there's a bit of a time difference, but it's great to know you'll pick up whenever we
you'd pick up your phone at any point. Thanks for that. That was Tiffany Torres. Oh no. Oh dearie doos. What have we become?
I don't know, but Tiffany Torres is going to lead us out with a new song that she's just learnt.
We're being so bad.
No, we're not. She loves this one. She said she really wanted it to feature.
This is not okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for listening to today's podcast. You're listening to Mexicano FM, brought to you today by Yili Parmeter, who you can find on the Twits at RyanJamesCarter. And you can also find Ryan James Cutter
at YLLIBPARMITER.
Hopefully you'll tune in next week. We've got a new guest that you don't know. We will be playing trumpets with them. Their name is not Tiffany Torres. It's Espanol Pequitan.
So wrong. This isn't good. This
one's just
is
not
good. This is just not
I bent
good.
it and I fucked it.
We can't get copyright either because
No. She's allowed us to play this one.
Because we don't have ad revenue on these yet.
We might not have Tiffany with us, but we got our maracas.
I don't think this is maracas.
This is maracas.
Is this maracas?
The sound you're hearing right now is definitely not violins.
Oh, I thought it was.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again.
So I'm quitting my job next week.
And I'm still unemployed.
Thanks for listening.
I found my soulmate.
I haven't quit. I'm not quitting my job. I'm cutting my hours down.
And I'm cutting my soulmate.
I'm cutting my wrists.
For all you listening at home. Thank you so much.
This is the lowest point in this entire series so far.
This episode will go down, if not in history.
Fuck off.